Na een paar vrije dagen meldt Francesco Farioli zich weer op de club. Dat deed hij zondagmiddag in de Arena, waar hij genoot van Ajax Legends die tegen de voormalige sterren van Real Madrid speelden.
I think it was great. We were there with the staff, with the players. It was, of course, really good to see and to keeping in mind what this club is and from where we are coming from. So it was really emotional. The part before the match, the match itself. So yeah, many good things. Of course, we were watching with pleasure to see some players that were part of our young period, young age. So it was really good to see them back. I had also the opportunity to share some words with few of them, and by the way, they were really sharp on the pitch. So I share also my congratulations with them because they did. They kept doing things in a very high level.
Frank de Boer said that you gave him compliments, right?
Yeah. How him and Kivu, how they were moving the line, always with a very good body orientation, and how they keep the team in the right distances.
Voor de aftrap had Van Gaal nog mooie woorden over voor Farioli.
En ik denk dat Farioli Ajax op een hoger niveau zal brengen. Ik wens jullie heel veel succes.
His words really touched me, unexpected, and of course I'm really grateful for what Mr. Van Gaal said yesterday during his speech. Of course, it's a big responsibility, but I had the opportunity to speak with him some months ago. Really looking forward to have the opportunity, to speak with him again.
Vanaf maandag staat Farioli weer op het veld ter voorbereiding op de laatste wedstrijden van 2024. Op de laatste 7 wedstrijden vanaf de vorige interlandperiode tot nu kijkt hij met een goed gevoel terug.
In general, of course, I think it was a positive period. I mentioned the fact that if we speak about results, I think 1 month ago it was not even in the best predictions we could imagine to make 19 points out of 21. So of course, if we speak about the results, I think we have to be really happy and satisfied. But in general, and the overall, and the trend has been really positive, and of course this is also what we are really looking forward to try to keep and to keep improving.
What was the best match, in your opinion?
I think we had many good matches, and it's really difficult to pick one. No, I think it will be a bit unfair, to pick one game. I think if you allow me, I will pick 1 week, and for me has been the week of Willem II, of course Feyenoord and PSV, but not only for the results, not only for the derby or the fact that we had the opportunity to face in a very short distance Feyenoord and PSV, but really because I think it was the week of the group, the week where the team proved the maturity in terms of everybody involved, everybody putting an effort and contributing in a certain way to be there, because the reality in that week, all the players went on the pitch and helped the team to grab 9 points in 6 days.
It got you a lot of praise, those matches against Feyenoord and PSV. What does that mean to you?
What we are doing, I say this one at the beginning of the season, and I will keep repeating till the end. My role, of course, I am the one that used to speak the majority of the time here in the press conference, before the match, after the match. So it's normal that the lights are on me for this part, and in this moment, let's say, to get somehow the credit, but it's not absolutely this one. Is about what the players are doing, because I believe that my job is about being a facilitator of circumstances, try to generate the conditions to perform in a certain way, but after the protagonists are always the players, and in this case and in this club and with this group, I think the protagonist are not even the players, but is the group. So this is what I really feel and what I really care about, because I think if we have one opportunities to be successful, and to achieve our goals and to achieve our ambition, is to keep these vibes in this way, and to do it there is just one way, is to be really tight to each other, really close to each other, shoulder by shoulder, and to keep moving forward.
Yeah, is that the biggest development, that the group cohesion?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the part where we put, and I put a bit more emphasis at the beginning, and it still is the part where I believe the core of everything is there, because tactics and all the other things are just, in my opinion, a natural consequences of this part. There is no ideas that are capable to survive without or to be applied without the desire of the group to go through.
Yeah, still I want to mention one person in one match, Henderson, in the match against PSV. How important was he for the win?
Yeah, Jordan is, of course, is our captain. Is the not even the player, is the person that I choose at the beginning of the season to represent us. Jordan is the one that is wearing the armband, but is also the guy that is representing a group of leaders that are really, leading the group by example, try to help the young players to step up, to move forward. And in this process, everybody is playing, his role. I said after the game with Feyenoord that Steven Berghuis was not able to play, but he really wanted to be there. He made it. I gave him the speech before the match, and it was brilliant. And from these small things and the accumulation of these small things, I think it's where we can really find the energy and find the and find an extra that can help us to look forward with a bit of confidence. Like a few minutes before to have my usual speech, a few minutes before to go on the field to play, I went to him and say, Steven, I think today is good for you to speak if you feel comfortable with. So, also without time for him to prepare. So it was really something that he had inside. And I think I could not pick any better words than the one that he chose. And I think it was brilliant. And somehow also the way that we approached the game, I think, came a lot from what he said.
Yeah, it also shows that you are not like the boss that's high above the team, but that you are all together, and that you also use him in this way.
Of course. I speak so much that sometimes I get bored of myself. So when I can delegate and keep involve people, I really like, because I believe it is like this. I mean, I'm not the one. I am one of. Of course, as a coach, you have some extra responsibilities. But as I said, our job as a coaches is to pick the right people in the right moment for what they can give, for what they can contribute. And I was absolutely right to choose Steven to speak before the match.
Well done, then.
Yeah. For this one, I take all the credit.
Hoe tevreden de trainer ook terugkijkt op de afgelopen periode, hij is een perfectionist en dus blijft er een hoop te verbeteren.
My overview as a responsible of the team, I think we have areas to improve on the field. I think now is the moment for the club to really take a step in try to provide to the players certain conditions to perform even better and to improve, because here we have so many young talents, and we have also big professional players that they really want to get better. We as a staff, we are trying to provide the best conditions, but I really feel that this desire and this obsession to get better and improve and keep moving forward, especially when the results and the win is in our side. Is the moment to push, is the moment to to squeeze ourselves, to look in the mirror even more critical, even more, let me say, also aggressive in the way that if there is a moment where we need to look for how to get better, I think it's now and not tomorrow, it's now in this moment. And this is my daily battle because sometimes when results are the results are good, it's a bit easier to sit down and to feel that everything is good. No, not at all. The part where I'm really happy of is the cohesion of the group and what the players are really putting on the pitch. This I think we can, it's hard to ask for more, so there I think we have to keep this level. But after, I think around the pitch there are really many areas where we can step up massively.
Nu iedereen weer is teruggekeerd van een paar dagen vrij of verplichtingen met zijn land, is het tijd voor Farioli om vooruit te blikken op het volgende blok. 9 wedstrijden in de komende 5 weken.
In the next block we are going to have 3 competitions, so of course the challenges are going to be even higher than before. As always, I think there is a part that needs to be stabilized. So competitiveness, maturity, these are things where still we have to prove, and it's a daily exam about the fact that we really have to get better in this part. In the other side, I believe that of course on the pitch we had already some very good moments, and we have to try to find a way to maximize this moment and to increase this moment of good football, good performances, and the work that we have to do in the next weeks is quite a lot.
Farioli weet dat hij de komende weken niet kan beschikken over Mika Gods en dat Kenneth Taylor in de eerste Europese wedstrijd tegen Real Sociedad er niet bij is vanwege een schorsing.
I think there are options and solutions and players that are waiting for their opportunities. We have to leave it as an extra challenge, as an extra opportunity for the people that so far played some minutes less to prove that they can really contribute to our journey. And from what I saw in these days already, I saw a couple of things that are interesting, so give me just some days more to try to figure out the best solution possible. But with confidence, because I see the energies there, so this is for me always the most important part.
How do you approach the next block?
With the same mindset. From our side, nothing has changed. For me, the funniest part, and that's why I mentioned the full week of between Willem II and Feyenoord and PSV, how the judgment, can, at least from outside, can change so fast. After Willem II, we won the game. Maybe it was not our best performance, but for me as a coach, of course, it was okay because we generate enough chances and we didn't concede that much. Some players that played a bit less, they had the opportunity to prove themselves. So for me, it was a really good one. But after the match, the comments, a lot of criticism that is normal and is part of the game. But 6 days after, just 6 days after, to receive these type of comments, title contender, old Ajax is back again. For me, it's always important to have a reality check, and I did it with the players, like to put like all the titles in the newspapers from one date, 6 days after. And in my opinion, we are not that team and not this team. So the reality is somewhere in the middle, and our I think our challenge is to realize where we are in this journey, and I honestly believe that we are somewhere in the middle, and it's up to us to try to speed up the process to go back where everybody wants to be, but knowing from where we are coming from and where we want to go.
De eerste tegenstander in het komende blok is PEC Zwolle en die is niet geheel onbekend voor de Italiaan.
It was the first team that we played against in the preseason, so we had already like a picture. After, of course, some months later, things are different. They change a couple of things. So, like all the clubs and all the teams are evolving and changing. Is a team that is, in my opinion, is quite interesting in the way that they approach the game. So we have to be ready, and we have to be, really mentalized to approach the game, especially because during the international period we have so many players that are out with the national team. So, and in 2 days we will have to prepare the match. And in clubs like Ajax, where a lot of players are out, the first game after the international break is always a tricky one, and we have to be really, really well prepared physically, mentally, and tactically, of course. And my way of working, is to be successful, but especially I'm quite, how to say, my real motivation is the desire not to fail. So if you work with this mindset, that I don't know if it's negative or positive, but at least it's my way of thinking. You cannot really skip any details, and it's always my way to motivate myself and keep moving forward.
If we speak to you again in the end of December after 9 matches, what do you hope for? What do you wish for?
I really wish to arrive here with the same feelings of today, but to arrive there with this amount of matches with the same feeling, I know that it will require a lot of work, a lot of dedication from all the people involved in this process. And as you know, of course, it's the technical staff, it's the players that are the one in the first cycle, but also the support of all the people around to keep people close with us and to keep feeling the support of our board and to keep the supporters with us, because if we really want to do something, this needs to come with the push of everybody. So a lot of things to do, and wishing to be here in few weeks with the same vibes, and also wishing that, as I said before, the areas where we have to improve, that somehow in the next weeks we will be able to take the step that we have to take.
Is the biggest threat or the biggest danger the fatigue?
This one is one. Of course, the physical and mental fatigue is not for us, it's for everybody, like something that is there. For me, the biggest threat or the biggest risk is so it's really good to have confidence, but it's very dangerous to have overconfidence, So the line is very tiny, very, very tiny. So we have to be very clinical in the analysis and to recognize where the limits are, and to be really careful to stay in the part of the confidence without never cross the line.